Hello, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to game number 1 between the Icecrown Citadel Queens and Infernal Affairs. I am your host, Raka, and I am joined tonight by the Lich Queen. Hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
So
I love doing this with you. I love doing this.
Oh, absolutely do too. She contacted me and she's like, "Hey, can I cast?" And I was like, "Freaking absolutely, yes."
Yes. Not only because it's a queen, but because it's me. Hello?
You're definitely one of the ones on the short list that basically never gets told no. The only time I would ever be like no. Yeah, the only time I would ever tell you no is if I already had a co-caster. I'd be like, "Oh, I'm sorry."
It always turns out like freaking hilarious when I'm casting with you. It's insane.
But yeah, we did go ahead and have Infernal Affairs. They won the coin flip. They have chosen for map pick. They initially took out Sky Temple and also Tomb of the Spider Queen. I laugh at Sky Temple. It's like we all voted. We all said we want Sky Temple in here, and then nobody wants to play it.
Nobody. Like, even my team is banning it. It's insane. Like, nobody wants Sky Temple. I hate Sky Temple.
We did also have Braxis and Dragonshire banned out on the side of the Icecrown Citadel Queens. Apparently not wanting the solo laner to have any fun.
Nope.
Rude.
Nope. Hey, it's not fun. Solo laner on Braxis holdout is the most awful thing because it's on you if you lose the off lane. Only on you.
But it's also on you if you win the match. All of the glory.
But if you're bad at it and you know it, it's a good way to ban the match. I don't know.
No, absolutely. We are going to be going to Volskaya first. I am kind of interested how much we're going to see Volskaya in the coming days, because obviously Volskaya is no longer in the Storm League rotation, which means teams will end up getting natural practice on it less and less often as time goes forward.
The only way to get practice on it is by scrimming other teams, and it's a secret. Actually, not really a secret, but this map is broken.
I wouldn't say broken. I'd say this map is figured out.
Oh, yeah. I mean, pretty points fingers at Volskaya Foundry.
Yeah, it's very, very interesting. I do wonder if we're going to see, because one thing I've noticed about Volskaya is that on the lower leagues, you tend to like start and have the protector go top, and then protector goes bottom, and then it goes mid in order to kind of like keep clearing the next lane for the protector. But up at the like higher divisions and at pros, they just go bottom all day long.
Fuji,
so we'll just
Raka. Do you realize that you made a mistake in the title of the stream? And you always do?
Yeah?
Citadel? Really?
I don't know how to spell Citadel.
It's been more than one time. Like, it's been at least 2 times.
No, legit, I do not know how to spell Citadel. Every single time I type it, I'll at the teams and I'll put Icecrown Cit, and then like halfway through Citadel, the like Discord is just like, I have no idea what team you're talking about because I misspell it.
You should actually buy like, you know, the grammar character just for the word Citadel.
Knowing my luck, I would end up accidentally like, I'd be like, why does it keep flagging this add this word? And then I'd be like, it's just going to get it wrong for the rest of forever now.
Oh boy.
I definitely did that when I was a kid, where I would like add words to the dictionary instead of accept the correction.
This is the right way. No, I refuse.
I'm going to spell it this way, and you can't stop me.
It's like the new meta of CCL, right? Like, this is the new meta, and I chose it. I am the reason why it's like that.
This is the new Webster's meta. Look for the new dictionary. It actually reminds me, if you look in the dictionary, it will actually say that an acceptable definition of literally is figuratively, which drives me out of my mind.
They're saying that they are ready. Aw, unfortunate. They're missing all the ridiculous, like, side talk about nonsense.
I know we have to actually talk about the game now. What is this? We're having very, very intelligent discussions about the dictionary, people. Hello?
And Artanis! Hello! Fun facts about Artanis and, like, Deckard Cain last time.
I'm afraid to say this because I think it might ruin our friendship, but I'm starting to move over to Alarak instead of Artanis.
No. What? Someone said no in the game!
Clearly? I have made enemies amongst...
Okay, I said no, and at the same time, like, someone left, I am clearly meant to be Scarlet Witch or something like that.
You have magical powers? It's very concerning.
Womp womp. It's me usually that says womp womp. I have, like, copyright on womp womp. Oh my god, my green screen is like, woof. Oh. I'm looking at your stream and it's like, I look like a bunch of pixels! No!
Don't mind the fact my game the problem that happens is that my tablet is hooked up, and if I forget to turn the tablet program off, it keeps being like, oh, something moved on your tablet, let me refocus over to that. So I just turned it off. I should not do that again.
It's just a bunch of pixels, that's it. It's like green screen, that is terrible. I switched my filter because holy shizarooty. No signal? Check it? We can see highlights.
It's a good thing I wasn't looking at anything inappropriate. If I had been looking at your Discord, I might have gotten in a lot of trouble.
Hi, Cycle. First ban goes to ICCQ with the Stuka ban, really strong pick anyway on any map, especially point controls map where he can actually silence people.
And we also do have Zagara being banned out because Zagara is busted OP right now, but no actual bugs, so we can't ban it out of competition.
I will try. No, I was like, I'm gonna try to like my green screen, and no, it's not working. So I'm missing all the action.
Well, so far, we just had Stuka. And yeah, Bob in the chat does say exactly what we said. At the pro scene, they just go bottom because the third projector is usually the one that wins, so they just clear that lane. But the interesting thing about that is that that actually means that you have to legitimately win the second protector. You can't set it up so your opponents have a disadvantage by not having a Moonwell. We do have the Asmo Dunk being taken out. Asmo Dunk can actually cover about half of the point with his stupid fireball.
I like how, like, Icecrown fam is just all in the Discord and they're like, "Go Queens!"
I know. Where is Infernal? Where is the Infernal support club?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, and they are putting people in. Jin goes ahead and gets that Vala very, very early. Vala also, I won't say that she's overtuned, but she's really good. So definitely worthy of first pick.
I'm sorry, I'm not even paying attention all that much to the draft. Like, man, it's distracting me. Oh. I'm like, no, don't get to see my my Icecrown. Sonya has been picked by ICCQ, followed by the May pick. Sonya really strong, especially for the camp grabs. So much queens. I don't know if I can click enough. And May really good, especially with that ice wall. If she picks that ult, it can be super amazing. Yeah, really good point control up to this point. Except the Vala that I'm not sure. Like, she needs to have a really strong front line. To get a lot of value, because if the enemy team can get to her, like, it can be rough for ICC queens.
All right, lost connection for a second, but it looks like I'm back. That was weird. I've literally never seen that screen before. That was impressive. Screen? I actually lost connection, and it came up with a no connection screen, but I'm back now-ish.
At least I covered what you missed instead of, like, just messing around with my freaking... No! Alex Trezor now picked... Oh my gosh, we have the Protoss now! We have the Protoss picked by Infernal Affairs, like, the superior Protoss. I'm sorry, Fuji. Raka.
That's twice?
like I'm gonna write it down, like the numbers of times. I hope I don't pass.
Wait, do we actually have a Nova?
Oh my.
Wow. Okay, so I'll be very curious to see if I actually identified the players correctly, because I couldn't see their names, so this has been interesting. I've been sort of guessing.
I mean, no. Who wins that game?
So looking at the actual teams, I definitely like the Queens, but that's just because I hate Nova.
I mean, I like Protoss, but I like the Queens better, and it's not me being biased or something. It's just like... What?
But we're going to go into the game right now, so we will see you after the trailer. Alright, and we are back in. We're not quite loaded into the game just yet. I can go ahead and use this time to see if I identified people correctly.
Please,
so, Bramble.
I hope you did. I love how it's like Car Crash Sounds intro, if I'm right. Is it? No, it's not. I was like, is it Car Crash Sounds?
It is not? Okay, so definitely misguessed a few of the players. Go me. So I'll just have to do this live. Fantastic.
Hey!
However, you are the founder of Icecrown Citadel. Go ahead and introduce our Icecrown Citadel queens.
On the side of ICC queens, we have Jen on the Vala, Artemis Howl on the Li Ming, Sonya played by Valk Slays, Alex Straza played by Sailor Sky, and Muidar playing the Mei. So, already a pause?
Yeah, this is... I've actually disconnected. This is the second time this happened. I don't know what's going on with the Blizzard servers. This is a problem.
Oh, is it?
Either that or someone else disconnected.
No, it's someone else that disconnected. I am happy to know... I'm happy to know that actually someone thinks I'm a really good Artanis player, and when they see Artanis, like, they think about me directly. Like, at least there's something I'm known for. Hopefully I can bring something else in more games. But anyway, this is not my games. It is the ICC Queens games versus Infernal Affairs. Everything is being thrown in the middle lane. It is time to brawl a little bit. While nobody's going to the off lane right now, Sonya is actually Oh, what? Look at Valk Slays moving on the wrong side of the treadmill to get to the bottom lane. Holy woo!
Yeah, I'm actually still stuck in nothing.
Oh no.
This is amazing. I'm super sorry, everyone. I've never seen Blizzard client do that. No, and I wouldn't necessarily want you to either.
Wow. Okay, I'm gonna cast the action without, like...
Yeah, you're going to have to, I think.
In the top lane, there's a 4-man of Infernal Affairs against the Li Ming that is actually going to be rotating mid. No, actually, she's going top. I'm going to describe every single move that's happening because we don't see any... So in the middle lane, there's now an Infernal Affair clearing the 3 last minions. Only use less information. Ooh. Oh wow, I'm seeing your screen right now. In the bottom lane,
yeah, it's a problem.
In the bottom lane, there's the Artanis and Sonya matchup. Beautiful swap coming from the Artanis, landing on the Sonya. Sonya making it out alive with her 50. Oh my gosh, Sonya. No, she does not make it with her 70 health points, and she gets killed by the Artanis while she was trying to go back to her well. It is level 4 for both teams. I don't know if people can still hear me, and well, I
no, they can definitely still
cover the action.
They can definitely still hear you. I'm sorry. I'm trying to.
Okay,
Blizzard?
you want to do something? Look at this. If we can do this like that, that could be great.
I think. Okay.
Okay. Does that work? Oh my gosh, Muidar with 6 people in this game are low. Okay, we're gonna take this moment to actually pause the game. It is the second time that someone disconnects from this game. Ooh. We are having technical difficulty right now. It is unfortunate, and I don't know if you can see my stream at this point.
Not yet, but I'm getting there.
Okay. Or is your screen working? No?
It is
like
not. I have a massive, amazing black screen right now, but they can now see yours, and I'm going to continue working on trying to get mine to actually do something.
Because now we can see my face, and that's not the game, guys. That is not the game. Because I'm eating fries during that game. I promise. That is super charming. This is what you don't see behind the stream, like behind the screen. Like when there's a game, like the casters eat, they drink, they have fun. They're like, there's a party behind them. Like it's, that is the real action. Oh, we're getting there.
All right, I think this should be
okay. I mean,
it's very janky, but you know what? We've got it.
People were very low right there. At this support camp, the queens end up getting that little healing thing, and it looks like both teams will be. I mean, not both teams actually. The queens are going to be trying to get that siege camp. Well, the point is being started, and nobody's on it. They're just. Like,
I was going to say the point is being ignored, actually.
Yeah. I mean, it's up, but it, like, people were just ignoring it, like, bad.
But that's that they're going ahead and trying to get value elsewhere, so which certainly makes sense.
Okay.
So right now, it does look like the queens are moving.
Is there a way that you can actually move the camera, like the observer, like being an observer, and like,
no, I can't. I can't. Like, I actually had to like close out the game. I'm trying to get back into it right now, but
okay,
right now this works.
Like... Yes. Okay. Looks like red team. Oh my gosh, Muidar being thrown, trying to slide out. She uses or cryo freeze to heal back from all this damage. That could have been very, very critic for her, and she decides to go take a little sip at her well, while both teams are trying to control that point.
Yep, currently we do go ahead and have the progress going up.
Big throw on Valkyslays ends up dying. The Sonya is dead. It is a 4v5 for Icecrown Citadel Queens. Sailor Sky using a Dragon Queen to push back the enemy from this point. 50% on. It is halftime. Artan is attempting a swap, I think. Oh, a big swap landed on the Living, ends up dying as May.
Another big throw comes out?
Yeah, the big throws are on for the garage. Will Muidar make it out alive? Oh, another swap. Oh my gosh, my mouse is going crazy. I'm like, hello?
So yeah, we should go ahead and have Infernal Affairs occupying that point. They are going in. They are up to about 20%, but it looks like we've almost got May back. May should be able to get to at least the point, but right now they are fighting over that turret camp.
Yes, and they haven't capped it yet, and yes, they capped it after this time. Looks like Jen haven't used her turret yet. If she dies, that's going to be like one more turret for Infernal Affairs, so I would use it like as soon as I can so I don't lose it. Especially with the throws that have been casted by the Garrosh and the swaps landed by the Artanis. They were really, really helpful for Infernal Affair. Another swap landed on the Sonya. Sonya just spins to try to heal from all that damage that she's been taking. Oh, she tried to step back in the healing circle, not making it. Another swap landed on Muidar. Okay, the swaps and the toss are gonna be like just so great this game.
It's a really good combo that got going where Artanis will go forward and swap, ending up basically letting Garrosh just stand next to Artanis as the swap hits and just be like, okay, I don't even have to move in, you come to me. It's almost like a Stitches Garrosh, except that you don't have to have double tank.
Yep. And right now, the Protector is going in the top lane. 10s are online for Infernal Affairs. There's the Garrosh going for the Warlord's challenge. Deckard going with the Stairwell? Is it Stairwell? Yeah, Stairwell. And listen, Artanis decides to go with Fire Beam. Okay. Jaina
Interesting.
with the Water Ellie. It's something that is very rare to see, but like if Garrosh lands like the Warlord challenge, which taunts the enemy team, the enemy players or the enemy team or whatever you want to call it, like that can be some really good value out of Fire Beam. And the only one I was left to pick is the beam from the strike from the Nova right there.
That definitely seems like they're going for some sort of Warlord's Challenge combo because you taunt the entire enemy team, the precision strike comes down, hits all of them, and especially if you plan for it, the only problem is the Purifier Beam almost has to start before the taunt does, so it kind of telegraphs it.
Mm-hmm. And looks like there's going to be a rotation made on the Mei. I mean, Mei is kind of far from... Her team finally joined her. Looks like there's some communication missing from ICCQ right now because Moidar is like alone on her side. Artemis Owl is busy clearing. Looks like Sonya is joining the party with the Artanis as well joining. Mei is dead on the side of Icecrown, Citadel Queens. Stroll very low actually, but Valk Slays is... Ooh, she tries to spin to make it out, like, to get some healing done on herself. Trying to make sure that she survives that team fight, and hey, one dead for the Mei, level 12 for Infernal Affairs, and level 11 for Icecrown Citadel Queens. Right now, Infernal Affairs are in the lead, and yeah, that's pretty much what's happening right now.
That is kind of hilarious. Nothing actually came out from it, but because of the ult coming from Alex, you had the swap happen, and then right as Sonya was getting right into the middle of the backline, she got fully healed, and the backline's like, wait, we didn't sign up for this!
Oh my gosh, my filmmaking abilities are terrible. Okay, Nova is still in the top lane, so it's a good opportunity that Icecrown Citadel Queens has right now. They're taking down the Artanis at the current moment. Sonya being thrown, she just spins. The ult from Alexstrasza has been casted, but ends up being killed anyway because she didn't have time to heal. There's the Purify Beam, there's the strike that has been landed by the Nova, but nobody gets killed beside the Sonya on the side of ICCQ. In the lane, there's like only Artemis ult trying to get the minions cleared. Oh lord, no. She's been caught by the Garrosh after this, and another down. Like, they're just getting picked one after another, and I don't know why Mei currently is in the bottom lane clearing that wave. It is not very what this team should be looking for. They should have, like, at least Sonya being in the bottom lane. I know she was dead, but at least just have your tank with your team.
Like, I get it, they are 2 levels behind, you want to get all that soak, but it just feels really, really bad to have your tank go off and side soak, because then the rest of your team just can't do anything. Because this team is super, super good between the swaps and the throws of just taking a target, getting them into the back line, and popping them.
Looks like the synergy on the side of Infernal Affair is more there, especially like with the ults that coordinate very well. Like, if they land like 2 of them together, they can, like, that can be very punishing for ICCQ.
Yeah, this definitely seems to be a combo that they had ready to go.
Yep,
very, very practiced.
Yep.
So we do have these...
Yeah, go ahead.
We do have the top point being taken right now by ICCQ. It is up to about 45%.
Yep, and they're still gonna get it, as red team is currently grabbing the soak in the middle lane. Mei, once again, just soaking. making sure that she gets like a little bit of XP. Missing that wave in the middle lane, but looks like in the top lane there's gonna be a kill made on the Li Ming. Like the tank was not there with them, unfortunately. So I mean, that was an opportunity that like Infernal Affairs saw. They saw that the Mei was clearing the wave in the middle lane. They got to pick on that Li Ming. Like they really punish her, or like they really punish the team. I believe that ICCQ can come back from all of this, but right now, Infernal Affairs are in the lead in the XP, talent tier, and in the kills as well.
Oh, yeah, here's the story. There is always the possibility of a late game team fight turning it around, but the big problem, of course, is that the late game team fight sort of depends on you being in a better position, and the positional advantage is absolutely on the side of Infernal Affairs, so ICCQ needs to make a change and like get something unexpected if they're going to turn this around.
And right now they're going for this top keep with the Protector. They're going to be able to take this down, and it might be the end of the game in like 12-15 minutes. Like, do you think they can end with this Protector? I mean,
they can certainly try. It depends. The Protector does have full health still. It looks like they're actually going down towards bottom lane. They don't want to risk it on a push through top, because that will leave them with no advantage going into the third Protector. And the third Protector really should be, with both teams having 16, so a level advantage helps, but it won't be that much. So they say, no, let's go ahead and go down here, take out the Moonwell.
Yep, before this next objective. Protector taking down the well, silencing this fort, making sure that it gets down, and there's the matchup in the middle lane. There's Ortanis and Sonya still fighting each other, making sure that Ortanis does not get this middle fort, as this bottom fort goes down for ICCQ. It's another fort down. Stairwell has been casted by the Deckard. Protector is down. Big ice wall coming from the Mei, but she dies. That was a really good ice wall, hitting 3 people on the side of Infernal Affairs. And they're gonna go for some more siege pressure, I think? Perhaps?
Yep, gonna go and try and move in here, get what they can done. So it looks like they're gonna go ahead and make it a triple fort. We need a term for that. What is the term for getting all 3 forts? It's not a hat trick, but it should be something similar.
I don't know! And I'm not the Bronze 5 one. Don't take that as bad. You're not Bronze 5, I promise. No, for real, I'm too
Bronze
French.
Bronze 5, definitely well known for being able to name things.
Looks like Red Team is gonna be capping their own siege camp, as well as the ICC Queens doing the same on their own side.
So the next thing that it actually feels never mind. We have people going big. Great move. Oh my gosh, but the health just goes away immediately. Like Alex fully healed that, and then it didn't even matter. We also do have the Sonya going down.
Another swap coming from the Artanis, perhaps? Okay, does not even need to swap, baby. Woo! Beautiful swap coming from Vom on the Artanis, landing on the Li Ming that didn't have time to teleport out of that. It's a quadruple kill on the side of Infernal Affair made on ICC Queens, and they're gonna get that top keep. That was fairly... I mean, it was half health. There was a camp pushing with them. They're gonna get it. And, I mean, death timers are low at the moment. They're gonna get 20. I think it's a good way to end the game. Like, they could end the game if they wanted. Like, there's a camp pushing with them. A swap missed by Vom right now. But, I mean, so far he has a good record on the swap. There's the camp pushing right there. And looks like ICC Queens will be defending it. Will Queens go for a more safe way to go back in the game and try to get 20? Or will they just, like, play defensively? What do you think?
So, it's a tough situation because their opponents do have level 20, and they really need to safe soak, but they can't safe soak and also keep their opponents from getting Protector. So I almost feel like it's rough. Like, because I feel like you lose 100% if your opponent gets Protector. What they should do is let their opponents take Protector, stay back, and then once 2 of their people are committed to standing in the Protector, move in and try and fight the other 3.
Well, that's a way. And as said, 20s are online. There's the Titanic might pick by the Garrosh, the empowered ult coming from the Nova right here. Also empowered stay a while and listen. The reset on not suppression pulse. I see suppression pulse too often to know that this is prayer fire beam. Prayer fire beam reset. And also Jaina picking the the teleport actually.
And yeah, I definitely agree with Ripper Hots in chat. They cannot get 20 before this Protector comes in.
No. They cannot right now. So right now they're just trying to get some value in the top lane. Oh, strike comes in.
Nice strike to prevent backing. Are they actually just trying to push for core right now?
Yeah, I mean, they see that the queens are right there. They're backing, but they could have... They got the value that they could. Like, they got that keep down, which is actually a good thing, and they got the Protector. And the queens, meanwhile, they tried to get that top fort, and they did not manage to get it down. So, I mean, right now, I think it is an endgame call. The Infernal Affairs will go straight to the Queen's core, and, I mean, Queens don't have 20 yet, but they're ready to defend it as much as they can. The healing beacon is... I mean, it is also down in the way that it got destroyed automatically. Sonya is dead on the side of ICC Queen. Stairwell was popped, but the ice wall basically said no.
Yeah, and that beam ended up getting insane value as well, because, like, right as the story came out, the beam hit there and Leeming could not move. Also, just saying, good job, Blizzard, because you can see I'm still reconnecting.
Are you serious? Girl, reset your game.
I actually did.
Be right back and reset the game.
So no, I did. I actually just loaded it.
Hey, look at this. The Lich King has entered the Nexus.
So with that said...
Okay. What... I think there's a little bit of justification why ICC Queens, like, struggled there. There was a little bit of role swaps that happened. Like, they had Artemis Hall just joining the team, like, probably 1 week ago. Like, not a lot of practice with her, perhaps. But, like, Valkyslays was on the tanks last season, and she was doing amazing. Moidar was playing assassin or healer. Well, like, there's been a couple of role swaps since the previous season, and I think that, like, Valkyslays was really an outstanding tank, and she could stay on the tanks and see how the thing goes while she is on that role. There could be, like, a lot of value.
All right. I am getting so frustrated with this like lack of setup. Will you please close so I can relaunch you, game? I know you're loading. I don't care.
But yeah, I must admit the swaps from Artanis were on point. The stun from the garage. I hope people don't see me.
Oh, they cannot?
Great. The swaps and the garage stuns and the throws were great. Stay well and listen. No way. Actually, there was like this good ice wall at the end of the game that actually stopped the Deckard from casting Stay a while and listen. So that was outstanding. An outstanding play made by the Mei.
No, it definitely was. It caught, I want to say, 4 members of the opposing team.
Yep. Yep.
So it
Yep.
was either 3 or 4, and it's one of those. It's a you hate to see it moment because it was a very 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 amazing job, but whew, I am restarting the
That was
computer
a
right
rough
now.
game. That was a rough game for
Just
ICC Queen, but I believe they can actually figure out a strat and like switch roles probably and uh
yeah, if the next lobby comes up, please let them know I'm currently restarting the computer.
oh, it works. It is back.
So it does look like the next game is going to be on Cursed Hollow. Interesting. This is actually one of the least played maps in this season.
Oh yeah, it is actually one of the least played map.
And then who actually picked this? It looks like Team 2 has first pick, so that means this was picked by the Queens.
Yep.
Go
I
me
don't.
using
Okay.
So Cursed Hollow, I do actually. This feels like a really good map to choose based on what we saw, because the big strength that Infernal Affairs has shown is just a really, really, really tight ability to team fight. Whenever they're together, they just synergize very, very well. But the thing about Cursed Hollow is that you almost have to split into 3 groups. A double soaker can't really work, or it can, but you're just left so exposed going through the massive void of the jungle that it's very, very easy to pick a solo laner off. So you end up actually splitting into 3 groups, which diminishes the team fight ability of Infernal Affairs.
Oh boy. I hope things are working on your side.
I mean, like I said, I restarted. I can go ahead and show it right quick. Actually, I can't. I'm about to log in. Let me not show that to everyone. But yeah, I should be there in, I'd say, about 3 to 4 minutes.
Okay.
I do apologize to everyone. Thank you for Lich Queen for, to a certain degree, using the Discord share feature, which we're not supposed to use in NGS, but you know what? Desperate times.
Yep. Comes for desperate measures.
Obviously, the reason you can't use it is because you cannot enforce the 30-second pause, but the only one seeing it live is me, and I'm allowed to, so there we go. Alright, no, Steam, you don't need to start right now, I promise.
Unless you want me to cast it on my channel.
I mean, if we want to jump over there, we can, but I don't think it should be necessary. The weird thing is, it was an issue where Blizzard disconnected me. It wasn't even like my computer crashed.
You got reported.
I'm incredibly toxic, so I'm not surprised.
I know, right? Bronze 5 realness.
Alright. Yeah, I do not see it being a problem. I'll go ahead and bring it up after the game, but I can't see anyone being offended. And look, you guys can actually see my desktop in the background a little bit.
Wow. I'm offended.
What
are these sounds? Whoop.
Okay, so
Yeah.
if you were Icecrown Citadel Queens, other than banning Artanis, what would you do in order to give yourself the best chance?
I would just go back with the most comfortable roles. That's it. That is the main thing that I would go for. Go for your best roles, like your best roles. They've been practicing a certain way last season, and it was like I'm pretty sure they worked on that during the off season, and I would do that to have a comeback. Like I would just play these more not comfortable, like I would try some stuff during scrims or practices, and if it works after many times, probably bring it like in my games, but never like or straight up in a match. Because like that was rough.
It
I'm
certainly was. All right, again, I'm so sorry this is taking a second to get there. It is preparing game data.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We're getting there.
The other problem I'm having, this is just a little bit of personal information, is that my good computer actually broke a few weeks ago, and I'm waiting for my money from DreamHack to fix it. DreamHack, hurry the heck up!
Oh,
They've got
DreamHack.
they've got it pending, and it's just sitting there like they acknowledge that it's coming, but I'm like, okay, could it stop coming and actually like start arriving? It reminds me of when I was a kid. We had this one uncle that every single time he would come over for Christmas, his like presents were always in the mail.
Mm-hmm. 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 Do you think I can cast a match at 9 tonight?
Absolutely.
Do you think I'll have time to, after this, cast another match at 11? Oh, my glasses. That is a
All right,
question, right?
I think, I mean, I realize it's taking me a second to get back in there, but I definitely do think that an hour and 20 minutes is long enough to play 2 matches or 2 games. If you got 2 hours for each match, you should be fine. We need to be done by 9 because I actually have a match then. Whoops.
No, but I have a cast at 9, and I have a cast at 11 then.
I do not see that being a problem.
Okay. Well, people, I'm gonna have 3 casts tonight. Let's go.
Watch them all. Queen is amazing. As you can see, she's kind of had to take this one over. Also, heroes, load. I really am confused why it takes so long for this thing to start up. Like, I know the computer isn't the best, but, like, please? Also, have you never played StarCraft 2?
Me? I suck at this game.
Okay, I am logged in. If I can get a lobby link, or you can just invite me, that'd be fantastic.
I can. Oh, she sent it in the chat. Do.
All right. With that being done, we are back, and we should be good to go.
Massive props to Queen.
Absolutely, you deserve every prop in the world.
Queen.
Go ahead and go back to our cameras, although I'll have to fix your camera because it got a little bit dishwonkled when I had to use it for the Discord stream. That's a very technical word, by the way, dishwonkled.
I like that word. Let me use it on a regular basis. Let's go. It's
actually super interesting. My family has one of our like long-term words is difficulty, which apparently means argument, but it's not an actual word. No one knows where we came about it. But my grandfather would always be like, "Now, let's just not have a difficulty."
No way.
Also, apparently you're quiet. I wish someone had said that before, or maybe they were just like happy not to hear you as well.
Hey.
Wow, rude people.
My French Canadian accent, people. Come on.
I went ahead and turned her up though. Let me know if she's overpowering you now.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Is it me, your... Oh my god.
Oh,
that actually reminds me of just how powerful this mic actually is. I almost never do that.
This is ASMR with the Lich Queen and Raka.
Raka!
properly. I was so proud.
I am too. If you forget it, it's on my screen during the entire game over in the corner. I should probably actually go ahead and get icons for the people I cast with. But regardless, we are going into the draft, ladies and gentlemen. We're actually going, I promise.
I mean, it's not really an icon. It's more of a like, oh my gosh, your screen lagged. Girl!
What do you mean?
Okay, it's fine. Oh, okay. It was my screen, basically. Oh. Casters? We are? Hello? Are we ready? Because I am!
Yeah, I was like, I already said we were ready.
Yeah.
That's one thing that low-key annoys me. I mean, not like super much, but when casters are like, casters ready, don't reconfirm. We're talking to chat. We're not paying attention to the in-game chat. We're in the middle of like looking at Twitch chat, talking about stuff. But we are back into the game. Things are good to go. I promise.
I promise? Do you promise?
I am full of promise. Alright, we do have Johanna being banned out. That's interesting. I kind of have to question where that came from. And why?
Did that happen last game too? I think that that ban was there.
I don't remember if it was, but I also don't write those down.
There's the Zagara once again being banned by Icecrown, Citadel, Queens. It's quite questionable. I would have forced a ban to be made. Oh no, they were the map pick. I'm sorry.
Yep. So they have to get rid of that. The real question, will they ban Vala here? Because last time Jin got it, but they don't have first pick anymore. So it's a question of what they want to end up, like where their priority is. It's funny that Captain Hidden talks about the accent. Oh, I absolutely agree with this Artanis ban. I mean, I know that you're just like switch back to your original roles, but that Artanis is super good.
Yeah,
Stroke does come out with the that engage tank, a Nubarak. So it looks like the Queen's gonna have to put on their stompy boots because they're going up against a bug.
Someone thought I was bad in the chat yesterday. Oh my. My gosh. There is the Tyrell first pick by Volkslays and the Cassia pick by Jen to follow up. Sylvanas and Morales, are they going for a more cheesy are they going for what I think?
I mean, I would say no, only because they already lost Tyrael, and Tyrell's kind of essential for Juice Pirates.
Is there a new meta that, like, I don't know about?
Yeah, that's the thing. Not that I know of, because Morales, the other reason you take her is for Stim, and then they go for Sylvanas, not Vala. So I'm not really sure where this is going. There is definitely some sort of cheese, but it's at the very... And that's the thing, Sylvanas can kind of almost do the same thing, but it's not as good as Tyrael.
Yeah, she's essential to do the Juice Pirates as well, because she can silence the tower. But let's not focus on that. The Sonya has been banned by Icecrown, still Queen's, followed by the Brightwing ban on the side of Infernal Affairs. Really sort of understandable ban for the Brightwing, like very mobile global hero that can actually teleport, like clear the lanes and teleport to the closest, or actually the most in-need hero on their team. The Stukov and the Jaina has been picked up by Icecrown, Citadel, Queens. The Jaina was picked originally on the side of the Infernal Affairs. And the Stukov, was it picked or banned?
Stukov was banned last time, and here's the thing: if they do end up going Juice Pirates, Stukov is so good at countering that. If you just put a hush puddle down where they're landing, they get out of it, and then it's just like, oh, I can't use my abilities, and by the way, there's a blizzard falling. We have Jenny Ray and the Samuro coming out. This is just one of the cheesiest things I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's what I said. And by the way, you should update your score. The Gazlo has been picked by Muidar. That is going to be D1 offlaning. Yeah, as said, like they're going back to more traditional roles, and they're not doing any role swap in the end. Character swap, I would say. So I think the queens can like handle this. I think they can, but the cheesy comp, I don't know if they know how to deal with that.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. The other thing is, that with the pickup on Raynor, it is very possible that the Morales is actually planning to go Stimpak, because Stimpak on Raynor is...
Yeah, I understand actually the Joanna ban, because Valk has a level like 500 Joanna or something.
Yeah, Valk is insane on Joanna, although I don't know how much practice she's had since the Joanna rework.
I don't know.
But I'm sure in scouting that out, when you see that, you're just like, yeah, let's just like not let them have that hero.
I need to say that I'm picking up last minute cast.
You're making me super jealous. I don't get to cast anymore tonight because I actually have to play. This is stupid.
Oh yeah. Yesterday it was the same thing for me. I was like, no, I cannot cap cast. Is it?
All right, we are.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
We are going into the game right now. So we do have coming in on the left-hand side, Icecrown Citadel Queens. Once again, go ahead and introduce them since they're part of your org.
I mean, it's my org, not yours. Casca, played by Jen. Gazlo, played by Muidar. Sailor Sky on the Stukov. Valk Slaves on the Tyrell. And is that how you say his name? Accent. Artemis Hall on the Jaina. I'm sorry for the terrible French-Canadian language. It is not English.
On the other side, we do have White Fluffy on that Sylvanas. Ragu looks like on the Morales. Vom coming across on the Samuro. Stro is on Anubarak. And Hexblades is on...
As said...
Jimmy Raider. And yep, they're going immediately for the bottom cheese.
Yep. Yep. That was said. And they got one tower.
And just falls back right as soon as the other one gets there. Now here's the thing about that.
Yeah, go ahead. No, you.
Because typically when you actually go full Juice Pirates, you actually come up this way and then come in from behind and just start on the fort itself. You might die for it, but you just start by making sure you get that. That is not what they did this time.
I mean, they still got some value. They got like one cannon tower down. And the queens, I don't know why, like, the actually all rotated bottom lane. Because, like, they were already done, they were already backing, there's nothing to defend, they already did the damage on the tower. That's it. Like, they could not get a pick, they were just leaving.
Yeah, but to be fair, whenever they did the rotation, they hadn't pulled back yet, I don't think. They just pulled back whenever they saw the enemy team move down. But we do go ahead and right now have Sailor Sky and Jin taking out this Bruiser camp. Their opponents are actually prioritizing the siege camp along bottom lane, the lane they already started. It is interesting that we've got the offlane Gazlo going into Raynor. That's a matchup I personally hate.
I mean, yeah, I do hate it as well. Wait, I was looking at something else. There's like the camp pushing in the middle lane. The clear from Jaina is quite strong. I mean, it's going to be quite easy. Level 4 are in line for both teams. Like, the queens were slightly ahead in the XP. I mean, they still had Samuro's backing in the bottom lane. There's still the Raynor pushing in the top lane while Gazlo is just coming to get him. It's quite a big map. Like, it's hard to cast, like, every action that there is on that map.
Oh, absolutely. It's almost impossible to keep up with everything that's going on because, again, that's actually the reason the ICCQ took this map is because their opponents can't just sit in a ball as much. But it also makes casting it difficult because there's stuff happening everywhere.
Yep. Classic. Can I just, like, click on everyone? Like, voila? Okay, finally. Like, I kept falling, like, you left a game?
I guess I'm glad I'm not casting anymore.
Raka?
I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's wrong with Blizzard server.
A magic Lich Queen has appeared. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm trying to set it up back. Okay, first tribute spawned in the bottom lane. Jaina's trying to cap it while the images from Samuro is are attacking. Oh, Samuro coming in and try to poke at the last second. Yeah, they managed to cap it still. In the top lane, there's already the Forest Fort down. There's like the Sylvanas that actually try to silence. Raka, no! Some people in the chat say. Yeah, they managed to take down this beautiful Morton. In at the top lane, it's like they're really trying to make sure that the forts are down like as early as possible, like so that the queens have a harder time coming back. Looks like in the middle lane, they're still trying to do the same thing. Still trying to take down the forts and silence everything. Hey, there's like the oh no, clear that wave too. The objective is only spawning in 6 seconds, and you're alone. I'm sorry. I'm like, I'm sad by what I see. I'm like, please, queens, you're better than this. You know you can do it. Gazlo actually prioritizing the tribute cap and missing all these XP glows right there. Are they gonna be able to cap it? Or... Yep.
Yep, they go ahead and get that.
The Gazlo. I don't know why I'm focusing the Gazlo. There's more to it. Looks like red team, the Sylvanas and the Morales are going for the siege camp, while Nubrak is being seen alone in a lane. I would just... Okay, no. You just dodged everything. He's like, no, I'm out of here. Jaina alone in the bottom lane. Like, no one to be seen on the map except probably that Samuro that is in the top lane. Like, everybody's a little split. Oh my gosh, there's a gank made on Artemis Old that was alone right there, wandering by herself right next to the boss. Looks like Infernal Affairs is looking for a boss call, and they're gonna get it like very fast, especially with that level 10 advantage. Oh no, Sylvana's being rooted by that boss. Oh, that pressure coming from Vom on the Samuro in the top lane, that's hard to deal with. Like, the clear is great, they cannot, like, actually, even if they're 4 on him, like, just don't chase Samuro. CCS is CCS. Like, can't chase Samuro.
Isn't it currently chasing Samuro?
Oh yeah, they're currently chasing Samuro or something.
So yeah, it did look like they were prioritizing Trip, but unfortunately they've had to give up the last 2. So it's a definite problem.
Yep. Part 2, second boss. And looks like ICC Queen is going to be defending, except the Gazlo in the top lane, trying to get, like, as much XP as they can. But that is dangerous because, like, this part of the map is no longer, like, in the top lane. It's no longer the Queen's side. It is their side. Like, the fort is down. Nowhere is safe anymore for the Queens. Like, except that middle lane. Maybe.
Yeah, absolutely. It's very, very difficult for them to move out into the area, so it's going to be a big problem. Both sides did go ahead and... No, actually, I thought that the Queens got the lower boss, but I'm looking at the map, it looks like no.
No. It was Infernal Affairs boss. When the Jaina died, it gave them the advantage. Looks like Medivac has been used to go and... Yeah, that was basically the purpose of that comp. I told you, this is the purpose of it. Like, yep. Nobody's prepared to deal with that type of comp. Maybe in higher divisions, actually. But, like, lower division is clearly the land of these things. And not used to see that type of stuff. Beautiful grapple bomb casted by Muidar on Gazlo, and they end up killing the Morales that actually took them on the trip to get there.
Yeah, they took out their tour guide.
Gosh. Is it a comeback for ICC Queens that we see right there? Like, not quite talent tier advantage, but they took this this team fight despite not having the talent tier parity, and they actually managed to get 2 kills. Looks like the Queens are looking for a Samuro kill in the top lane, but I mean, hey, the real one is right there.
Samuro is super, super, super difficult to kill. I have managed to do it, but it's half luck and half skill.
And the Queens are gonna be like, they're doing a bruiser camp on their side, as Samuro is actually going for a cap on the siege camp. Yeah, like the Queens are grouping up now. Like, it's gonna be hard to like group up and like try to keep up on XP, because that Samuro is always like alone, which brings like a lot more XP to the team rather than like being always grouped together. Like, you don't get more XP while being grouped. Like, you get
the big problem they have, you can gank a Samuro. It's not hard to tell which the right one is, but you have to have some sort of lockdown or stun. And they don't really have a lot of stun on the side of ICCQ. However, the curse is achieved for the Queens. Here comes the move-in.
Mind Control has been casted on Jen. That is playing the cast. A beautiful grapple bomb casted by Degazlo right here. End up killing the Sylvanas and the Anubarak on the side of Infernal Affair. Big silence coming on to Morales. They end up killing the Morales as well. Are they going to be able to kill that Rainer that is actually escaping? No.
No, Rainer will get away, but that is a 3-4-1 in favor of the ICCQs. I love how I made that your name.
Do something! Do something! Mount up! Try to get some structure damage. There's only... Yeah, you're getting kills. You're chasing kills. But what wins you the game right now is by taking down some structures. Because right now, what is keeping Infernal Affairs in this game and like bringing them to an advantage is basically the structure damage that they have.
Yep, unfortunately everyone on Infernal Affairs is back up, so that's going to make it very, very, very like difficult for them to push in further. They had the curse, and it's going to be rough.
Yeah,
I almost feel like that was...
Yeah, go ahead.
I almost feel like that was a very intentional almost feed on the side of the Infernal Affairs. Because, like, they went in, they knew they were under fort, they knew they'd probably give up some kills, but they also knew it would completely negate the curse.
Absolutely, because, like, they had to defend, and, the keep with... I don't know how to explain it. Like, it was... we're feeding, yes, but they're not gonna get value off of that, like... curse tribute or thing. Morales flying with her team to the top keep. They're gonna get it. It's gonna be hard to actually try to keep up with that super intense pressure from the medevac. Like, it's insane. They're like flying everywhere. Big root, big gravel bomb value. There's a mind control casted by Sylvana Stro escaping with the Nubrak burrow? Is it burrow or?
Yep, does burrow under the forest, which sounds weird, but that's what happened.
Tyrell starting the boss on that is a pretty bold play right here by ICC Queens, because I mean, of course there's the Morales down, but right now there's they cannot see where Infernal Affairs are. Tukov being stunned by the boss, but it looks like Infernal Affairs is just like gonna let that go and leave that to ICC Queens. This tribute is very important for Infernal Affairs. This tribute actually gives them the curse, and they can actually get... I think that's the reason why Samuro is in the bottom lane, like get that extra pressure before they get the curse. I hope the Queens don't get that. I hope they get that objective, And I hope they get these kills because right now, that, like, what keeps the queens in the game are these little picks here and there.
Yeah, the big problem they have is that the way... Oh, there is a mind control. Very, very, very far forward Jaina, and she is going to get picked off, unfortunately.
Yes, Sukov has been cocooned by the Nubrak. Cycler Sky trying to use failing swipe, not end up being super helpful for her. She ends up being killed by the Rainer. As in the bottom lane, there's a big wave by the Samuro. That was pushed by the Samuro. But this tribute has been capped by ICC Queens, and the boss is still pushing, but like not very healthy in the top lane.
Yep, it is going to give them a little bit of trickling experience, but not enough. They are going to lose level 20 advantage, and very possibly this tribute. So if you have everyone...
Yeah.
Yep, everyone's moving in. It looks like they will... Yeah, that's a very, very bold attack. Teleport out?
Sylvana's using, her teleport to go out of that team fight, making sure that Valk slays stay away from their team. Actually, mind control casted on Moidar. That plays a Gazlo right here. She ends up being killed. Cocoon on the Cassia, big lightning ball casted by the Cassia. Oh, Valk Slays is down, looking through it to get an explosion on the Morales that is capping to get this curse. Samuro pushing the bottom lane, getting 1%. Looks like Medivac is being casted, going straight to the core, and looks like it's going to be GG for Infernal Affairs. I am pretty sure. Ooh, they're fairly low. Morales making sure that they keep like people alive. She stays in the little circle of the I don't know how to call that. Just end on core. That's the call. Looks like Infernal
core does
Affairs.
Go down.
Yeah, Infernal Affairs win this second game of this best of 3. It is GG domination for Infernal Affairs.
Yep. Infernal Affairs do win both sets. Infernal Affairs gets a few more votes than in game number 1, so we'll go ahead and pay them out.
I have to tag both teams for this tonight's cast.
Let me go ahead and see if we can get an interview set up. 1 second.
Yes. As for the talents, I didn't even cover like the level 10 talents.
That is okay. Everything was happening in that game. We were kind of everywhere.
Yep, absolutely.
Alright, I want to jump down to lobby 3 on the NGS server.
Sure, I will join you. What?
Hello!
Hello! That was loud.
So that was quite the interesting couple of games.
Not for the reasons that you think, actually. We struggled with
We had a little bit of a hiccup in game 1 as well. We had a character DC in the middle of an epic team fight, so that was fun.
Well, we had a caster DC for both games, so that was awesome.
Yep. Nice. And it was not even me as the co-caster, it was the main caster.
So that was fairly amazing. Absolutely what you look to see happen. But that's it. First of all, first match of the series, domination. How are you guys feeling right now?
Going pretty good. I've got a couple people on my team that haven't played an NGS before, so this is important for them to actually get some good games. Vom and Fluffy are actually some newbies here for the scene, so it's good for them to get some games in and actually have a domination to start.
Yeah, I've seen Vom actually in the free agents a couple of times, and he ignored my team. I'm joking. It's fine. Like, there's no biggie. I played with him a couple of times in Storm League. Yeah, so it was really fun to see him in a team that actually fits well.
Yeah, he plays a really strong solo lane, so it was a good match for us.
Very solid.
No, absolutely. Definitely held his own. So going back to game number 1. Game number 1 was obviously your pick. What made you pick Volskaya? Is it something that's very, very good for you, or was there some reason you wanted it against this team?
Okay, it's my favorite map, and I've been pretty butthurt since they took it out of the ranked rotation, so I wanted to play it as soon as I possibly could. We had a lot of success on it with my old team last season, so it was like, let's play it. I've got a couple people that have played like twice, but it's like, let's just do it anyway. I know how to play the map, so we'll go. And I mean, other than the DC hiccup, I felt like we had pretty well complete control of that game, so it's good to see that we didn't forget how to play the map.
You did not.
No,
I mean, yeah, go ahead.
No, absolutely did not. You were playing that extremely, extremely well. Very, very impressed with what I saw.
And I think that can be like to a team's advantage, like to pick a map. If you've been playing with the same crew for a while, for example, to take that map that you played, like, for example, like last season in Storm League, to incorporate it to like a new team, for example, and making sure that they get trapped in, like, they have not played that map together before. That can be a really good thing or bad thing for them.
Yeah, there was some interesting points on the map. So it's out of the ranked draft. We've said that, but a lot of teams aren't playing it, so they don't have practice on it. But it's a team that 3 of our members played so much last season that muscle memory is just there. So not only is the team we're playing against probably not used to it, but it's one of our favorites. So it's a kind of a double buff for us.
I mean, that's good. You played it well. You had this team comp that actually, you said you never played the map really before?
There's a couple of us that the newer guys, especially Fluffy, he's a pretty new player to the game, and I don't know how much time he's spent on maps like Volskaya. So it's kind of just, okay, just follow the calls and we'll be fine. And fortunately, he's a very, very good listener and sticks to where we want him to stick, and it works. Playing a skirmishy comp on a map like that where you have to fight into us, and we have swaps, we have throws, we have all these toys. Ming's a pretty annoying pick against Garrosh, but we have Nova. So Nova can slow the Ming, I can walk up and throw her, no problem.
We were wondering, actually, why. Why
Nova is definitely not a pick you see very often. It kind of started to make more sense when we saw the level 10s all come online, and we're like, oh, okay, I see a lot of ability to punish people for standing still.
Yeah, the double pinning shot just allows Garrosh to kind of run at people that he can't normally run at. People like Citadel at the wall kind of give him trouble. Sometimes the Ming can blink away if she has her eyes open, so it's hard to throw a Ming. But if she's spinning shot, well, bye, and then she's toast. So,
well, like, I saw the Purifier Beam, and I was like, what? Do people still play that thing? Because as an Artanis, like, I mean, higher level Artanis player. Not to say I'm an Artanis main, because I don't really play it anymore. But being at like a 155 Artanis player, I don't see Purifier Beam all that often anymore. But with a coordinated team, I feel like, especially with the taunt, with all that you had, the toolkit that you had was very useful to get the kills as well. So I could see the combo potential there for sure.
Well, we had an immense amount of slows that kind of helped enable the beam a bit, but also I don't remember exactly what their entire team comp was, but they had a Vala, but Vala took strafe, so she's no longer an auto attack threat. So we don't need the blind because she's going to be trying to spin around in circles the whole team fight instead of actually auto attacking people. So blinds are irrelevant. Sonya's not going to be auto attacking; she's going to be trying to W and spin, which she was doing. So the blind wasn't really necessary, I don't think.
If the taunt the taunt was very useful, especially like against like Sonya. If she stops spinning, she cannot heal, and you can kill her like super quick. So that's good for you guys. And I mean, I saw a couple of plays where like I thought that the Liming could escape, but you finally managed to actually throw her or like swap her, like some. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm coming back to Artanis, but like the couple of swaps and the couple of throws that you had, woo!
There was a swap near the later part of the game. we fought on the healing camp. We chased them down, and I actually called to go to top lane. We had a couple kills to begin with, so it's like let's just push this keep, play the map. And he's like, I've got swap in 2 seconds, and he went for it and he got it. It's like, okay, well that's another pick. Sure, let's just keep going. I'll take it.
I mean,
It definitely does feel like your team overall has a run at them and kill them mentality, which worked very, very, very well. Are you at all concerned about what will happen when you run into a team that is able to kind of push that back? Like, basically, as in practice?
So it's interesting. We played the second game I don't think was too much run at them, but the first game very much was. But that's not typically what we play. We actually QM'd that draft before this series and had fun with it. Well, no, QM is Storm League, but we played that. It's like, that felt pretty good. Let's just run that. It's fresh, so let's go for it. Where you get the map, so let's see what happens. But no, we have lots of things up our sleeves, lots of different styles. I mean, the difference between draft 1 and draft 2 are about as opposite as you can be. So.
That was like a different team comp for number 2, that's for sure. Like, I was talking to Raka and hey, I said your name right. Okay, sorry. I was talking to Raka and I was like, "Is it really what I think it is?" And she was like, "Well, no. Like they have Tyrell on the other side." And I was like, "No. It is what I think it is." And you were actually, like, flying with the medevac, like, all over the map and, like, getting that pressure with Samuro in the top lane while the old team was trying to chase you and the Gazlo was in the top lane trying to, like, deny the damage from, the siege from the Samuro, etc. Like, whoo, that was flying from all the places and the map was all yours. Until, okay, correct me if I'm wrong, was it a strategic play to actually fly to that top keep when someone was capping the tribute that was actually gonna give it, like, that was actually giving them the curse? Like, to actually, was it a strategic feed that you've got going on to actually make sure that, I don't know how to explain it better than that.
So, with the current map state in that moment, they get nothing done with that curse.
Yeah, absolutely not. No,
the map. The entire map was pushed into their side, so we can either step back and defend nothing, or we can play forward and force them to waste their curse time trying to defend us. That little flight could have been a little cleaner, but even still, it was pretty nice. The boss play in the bottom lane was actually kind of fun.
Oh, yeah.
We went for it. They walked in, it's like, okay, leave. And then we flew to their keep, and they got the boss. Like, yay, we got a boss. It's like, okay, we're taking your keep now. Good luck. And they got a top boss, and we didn't defend it. The boss against a fort does nothing. It's not going to take a keep, so we just ignore it. And that's a very predictable thing. If a team gets a boss, they're going to go for the other boss. 9 times out of 10. So just ignore them. We didn't want to fight them. There were a couple times where we fought them. We had some lagging behind, people getting, they press buttons too. So, they caught some people, especially with the serial diving in. So it was basically, when they show up, run. We want to be where they aren't. And let Samuro be Samuro. So.
Yeah, and, like, you could see them all in the top lane anyway. They had to defend because, like, that boss was going straight to their keep, like, not on their fort. So obviously they were going to try to defend instead of, like, just letting the boss take down, like, the first fort, for example. Like, it was at their keep. Like, you cannot deny that.
Yeah, I mean, you can either let it win the game for us, or we're just going to be somewhere else. The idea is to constantly have something going on that they have to deal with. Even the timing, I'm sure there was a question in the stream on the first or the second camp we took. I had our healer just stand there and wait to cap it. I didn't want to cap it too early. I wanted to wait and have it do something while the objective was happening, so we could go do something else. So have like 3 points of pressure, rather than just getting the camp for the sake of getting the camp. They got their camp, but we just destroyed it before anything else needed to be done. So
definitely makes sense. The one question I had coming out of game 2, towards Lichgreen just kind of alluded to this, towards, like, I would say about 6% through the game, it almost looked like they were starting to mount some momentum to come back. First there was that fly-in where they got 3 kills, and then they also, like, held you off at the bottom and got 2. And you would only get 1 kill maybe in those engagements. Was there any difficulty in kind of like keeping your team on point and on target during that? Like, did it start to feel like the game was slipping away? Because it looked like it could, but then it didn't.
No, absolutely not. My team is pretty well tilt-proof. Very solid mental state on the team, which is really nice. No, there were every time we had deaths, we knew why, and it was absolutely because we were not doing what we were trying to do. If we're getting hit by them, we're in the wrong place. So if we have some deaths, we have some deaths. Let's just peel the best we can. Fortunately, we have a couple characters in that comp that can get over walls and kind of be a little squirrely and get escape. Some people just, you have to die. Sorry about it. And we keep moving. As soon as we get players back on the map, we just keep doing what we're doing and stick to the plan. What we don't want to do is try to fight over a curse, which was hilarious because we were intentionally avoiding the curse, and yet we still got a curse. So it worked out.
That first one was going to the queens, and like that Samurai was trying to like actually poke on the curse. Well, I mean, okay, no, forget it. That does not make sense. I was gonna go with something, and nope. Yeah, I mean, I have a really weird question for you guys. If you could say anything to the queens for the rest of the season, or at least give them an advice for the rest of this season, what would you tell them? Like, it's helping your opponent a little bit. Like, without being like arrogant or like, you know.
No. Game 2 was good from them. If we weren't playing a cheesy medevac comp, it would have been a little more difficult. They kept the pressure on that game. They did the right things. Like I said, that boss play, they did what you would typically do. But sometimes what you typically do isn't what you should do. You're not playing against Storm League players or a Storm League team, I guess. You're playing against an NGS team. So you have to be try to think outside the box a little bit. Play chess, play a couple steps ahead, and play to your win condition. Like we went into this, we scouted, of course. We went into this series knowing what they played or knowing what they favored. There were some bans aimed toward that, but a lot of what we did was to enable what we wanted to do versus trying to stop them from doing what they want to do. And I would suggest doing that. Play your game. Play your best. And
your best role, your best.
Yeah, and winning is a byproduct of just playing a comfortable game. Make the game easy for yourself. So.
Hey, that's nice actually. Like I love this. Like I love that question because like sometimes the team will just come back and I hope they don't rewatch the stream. Probably the interview part because you know what the stream was kind of overplayed.
Hey, the stream was awesome. We handled it amazingly.
Look forward to watching it back. That's the best part of being an NGS.
At some point, you will just hear commentating. Like that is it. No image, just commentating. But like, I like that question because like it gives an input like from the opponent's perspective. And as said, like I'm not trying to just like make the opponent make like the loser feel super bad. Like the goal is not that. Is that they learn from these games, like from the opponent's point of view. And like sometimes that is an advice that can change the rest of the season for them. Like they know what they can work with, like with their coach or whatever, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we opted to, because we formed this squad. Now members have come in at different points, but we formed this team as soon as the last season was over, and we opted to not take part in Nexomania and all of these other side events. To take this time and just focus and practice and grind and practice and grind and work on our communication and get to a point where we can play like we did today and feel pretty clean, feel pretty good. Even the death is like, oh, yeah, it happens. Let's just keep going, you know?
When did you finish your roster? Like, when was your roster complete? Like, was it like the last second before the registration end, or was it a while ago?
Actually, interesting enough, Fluffy was a last second, we have to message a mod sort of situation. Luckily, it worked out for us. We actually had 2 other players, and due to personal reasons and work reasons and, you know, life, we had to kind of reform a little bit. So Stro, myself, Hexblades, and Ragu, we actually played on a team last season together, Team Ionic. You remember that team?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
So we decided to start this team, and we picked up Vom months ago, and we picked up Fluffy maybe a month ago-ish. I'd have to look at that, but Yeah, and he's been great. So it's been a really fun time.
All right.
Any other question? I don't know if I have any other question.
I do not. That's everything I had prepared. So let me go ahead and turn it over to you for the shout outs I'm sure you want to give.
Yes, I'll
Yeah.
mute myself.
Yeah, shout outs to the team. Everyone did a great job. Awesome. I love the communication with this team. It feels good. I look forward to the entire season. Shout out to our coach, Ripper. Happy to have him. Infinite pile of knowledge there that we can always lean on for help. Helps with drafting, helps with every aspect of the game. Little asset. Shout out to the casters. Thank you for casting. I look forward to watching it, even though it sounds like it was
It was
eventful.
right. It was
Let's use the word eventful. Shout out to everyone watching. I know I've got some friends out there watching and hanging out and checking this out for our first game. Pretty exciting. Shout out to NGS for this existing and being a thing. Really happy to be a part of it. So thank you all.
Nice.
Oh, and shout out to our opponents. That was a fun game. Glad we could play.
The queens.
The Queens.
The queens.
Here I am arrogantly like bowing when you cast the casters, then being like, you know what, I want to bow again for NGS because I'm a mod, so boom.
And I will advertise myself if you guys want to come and watch me cast some action in Division D Southeast. You can come and watch me in like what, 30 minutes?
Well, hype. What's the game?
It is FF and the Pancakes versus the Fallen Lords. I just picked up the cast, and at 11 I have another one coming on. Like, woo! Let's go, Queen!
We'll get comfortable. Get some water. You're there for a while.
Oh yeah, I'll be there for a while. Anyway, thanks for letting me cast your game with you, Raka.
Thanks for being here because I don't know what would have happened if you weren't. I'm going to have to run several things to find out what is causing that. As far as I know, it's a connection thing. Like, the game never crashed, it just dropped me. Clearly, Blizzard hates me.
And I really hope... Yeah?
But yeah, thank you very much for the game, Stro. Thank you for the very, very crazy Cursed Hollow. I wish I could have been in the game rather than watching Lich Queen
Game was a blast.
stream.
It was a fun
Yeah.
series.
Look forward to you in the future.
was-
I'll try
Yes.
and catch you, but no promises. I'm everywhere.
Yeah, we've got Brick House next week. I'm looking forward to that. They were a really good team last season, so
Oh yeah, they were great. They were hella great. We
Yeah.
played them, and I casted them a couple of times.
yeah,
Oh,
really good group
interesting.
of
I think
guys. I
I'm
want to see how we stack up to them.
I
These
think
are
I'm
very-
actually casting them on Monday. Because I think they must have like both week 1 and week 2 next week.
Well, we don't have it scheduled yet, so it's not us unless they schedule on Monday without me knowing.
No, I don't think it's you because it's them versus Moonstone.
Okay.
But regardless, I'll see you then. Chet, I will see you as well. Let me go ahead and get you over to someone else who hopefully is having less issues than I have.
Hey, me?
I can't host over to you. You're not streaming for 30 minutes.
Oh yeah, true.
Well, good luck to
Anyway.
both of you. I'm gonna go join my team and celebrate.
Hey, enjoy, GG's.
Toodles.
Don't do anything. Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
Don't have to worry about that.
Dancing Jews. Bye, people. Bye, people. Bye, Raka. Bye, stream. Big loves. See you later.